It's Bill, and here's my thoughts on a very sloppy 5-1 loss to the Los Angeles Kings. If you're a Leaf fan, you knew this was coming. That's my first analysis. The second part is I did not wear my sweater, that they'd won 5 in a row. And that sweater will be back on Wednesday when they take on the Flyers. I will need to have that sweater on because apparently that sweater is what tells the team if they work hard or not. Let's get into this game. To me, you set up big wins over Tampa Bay and Boston. This team is about as consistent as... They're very consistent, actually. Unfortunately, they're very consistent at having 2 great games and then not showing up, thinking it's going to be easy. The team hasn't learned anything. What do you think the Kings were going to do and come in and just let you walk over them? They work hard. Their coach makes them work hard. They're a hard-working team. They're going to outwork you. And the Leafs didn't show up. What can you say? Here's my big take. People blaming Campbell. See, this is what happens, right? Unfortunately, today, Campbell wasn't as good at stopping breakaways and 2-on-1s and drives to the net. He just wasn't on his game. Shut up. Just shut up. That's what happens when he plays like a good goalie instead of an amazing goalie. It's not Campbell's fault for this nonsense. Let's take a look at the first shift was a disaster. You put the 4th line on. Way to go, Keith. Way to think that one out. Let's put Nick Ritchie, the laziest guy, on the ice, and we'll dominate them from the draw. And then you have Trevor Moore and Carl Grundstrom, ex-Leafs, going to town. It's craziness. Let's talk about the first goal. Some moron has been saying for a while that Sandin can't skate. He can't. He's not an NHL skater. And for him to be able to be an effective defenseman, he's got to be in position. He cannot be out of position because he can't skate. Well, Moore can skate, if you remember with the Leafs. He could fly. So he got the puck, lost battle on the boards, disgusting efforts. He goes around Liljegren like Liljegren's not even there. But Sandin on the far side has to have a huge head start unless he was positioned wrong. And Moore goes around, gets the goal, 1-0. Well, you really learn from your mistakes because the second goal was the exact same replica, except this time it's Jake Muzzin, Jamie McCowan-Muzzin, doing his nonsense. And he had a great game. Shut up. He's disgustingly terrible. And Anastasia, I'll never be able to say his name, went around him. The guy came in with 1 point, he leaves with 3, just owned them all night. 4th line was killing them because they work hard. Leafs defense is putrid, and it's 2-0. You then get the power play goal by Tavares, who then decided to get a primary assist later on in the game, but we'll talk about that. Again, nice shot. Okay, they're coming back, and they're right. The Leafs were the better team in the second period. It's fine, but the Kings have a lead. They're going to be playing defense, just like Boston started shooting the Leafs when they got a lead. This is what happens when teams get a lead. You then fast forward to the 3rd goal, and again, okay, it sneaks over the line as a bad bounce, but let's talk about what's happening here. Matthew Deneau is going to the net, and Travis Dermott on some kind of brainwave that I can't figure out. I can't figure it out, just like I can't figure out how Chelsea Handler is considered to be a comedian. She's not. She's not funny. There's nothing funny about her. She's terrible, actually. Well, Dermott played defense like Chelsea Handler does comedy. Oh, I'm gonna hit the stick on the ground. Well, that's a really good thing. How about you take the guy going to the net? Don't let him get there, and that goal doesn't go in. Nah, Dermott's gonna just take a stick and slap it down. Ooh, wow, that really worked out well. 3-1, and then you fast forward to the Tavares. Just a comedy of errors. I mean, you got 2 guys that finished the night -4. -4 against the LA Kings. -4. You've got Marner. Oh, sorry. Only one guy finished -4. That was Marner. Although the empty net one, I'm not going to really give him credit for. But you got Muzzin, you got Dermott, you got Riley, Kerfoot, all giving you the -3s. Good job, everybody. Way to go. Terrible. It's just terrible defense. You have to be able to play defense where you take people so they don't get to the net. You've got the toughness and you got the skill and you have the skating ability to be able to make up for it. And if you don't have the skating ability, don't pinch. Do I have to remind you how many points Sandin has on a season? Maybe play on the defensive side of that goddamn puck if it's coming up the other side. Moore just blew by Liljegren. Liljegren at least put an effort. Sandin's got a... He's got at least a 15-foot head start because he's skating from the middle of the ice. Moore's got to get to the middle of the ice. And he's still... Sandin didn't even come in with a whisker of him. It's just bad defense. You can't skate. You have to position yourself. You can't skate. Muzzin, granted, it was a neutral zone turnover, but he wasn't even in the realm of getting to him. This is disgusting. Dermott not taking a guy to a net. Tavares handing it to a guy for a walkout front, and it's Campbell's fault. Tell me which one of those 4 goals Campbell would have saved? Or which one he should have had? Were they not all coming in to the net, driving the net, unabated, no one on them? And he should have had those ones, eh? Brilliant. If anyone thinks that's Campbell's issue, you're a moron. This is an issue of a team that does not have, or they are consistent at always having work efforts or playing down to their competition or playing up to their competition. This is not a team that's going to do well. So here's what happens. I guess Justin Holl comes in. Now, if Justin Holl comes in, there should be a Jake Muzzin taking the seat on the other side, but we know that won't happen because Sheldon Keefe doesn't watch games. So I'm sure he'll put it on Liljegren. I'm sure it's Liljegren's. He was Liljegren, worst defenseman out there for sure. Take a look at Muzzin. Take a look at Dermott. They were your worst ones. Anyways, that's my analysis. They've got a game on Wednesday against the Flyers. I will be putting on my Leaf jersey, which should mark a win. Cheers.